Hey family, so I'm just doing some general reading. Um, we just gonna look at some of these real quick because uh, right now we are going into summer. Okay, depending on where you're at, the weather is changing, and for a lot of you, your season is changing. Okay, so when you have lost things and gone through what has seemed like a loss, just know that all seasons come and go, right? Some of you are coming out of some things right now, some hard things, things where you look up and you don't see a way out, okay? That's what faith is about. Faith is about not knowing or seeing the way or what's going to happen, but having faith that it's always going to work out in your favor. You're transforming tragedy, family, and I clarified that. When I clarified that, I got grief. I got grief and self confidence. Through your loss, you are gaining confidence. Okay? Through your loss, room is being made, like the card said, space is being cleared for you to receive more, okay? Especially because you've persevered. And I'm gonna continue to get some more messages, but like family, we have to really show ourselves grace and just be patient with ourselves. Be patient with the situations we're going through. You know, like everything is all good when things are good, but it's like when things are not good, what are you learning? What are you taking from that? Okay? What is the lesson? Right here it says, I am one eternal light appearing as all. Okay? I am one eternal light appearing as all. And the world card showed itself. It is appearing as wisdom. Okay? Wisdom. There is an eternal wisdom within you. And we gain a lot of wisdom through our losses. We gain a lot of wisdom through our losses. Mother Nature, needing to connect to nature. Okay? Okay? Wisdom, emphasis on wisdom keeper. Okay? Not just connect to nature, but nature is connected to our ancestors, to our roots. You're not only needing to connect to nature, but you're needing to connect with your ancestors and go deeper, right? Get out in nature. And I know some people are deterred when the weather is different. Not saying you want to just stand outside in the rain, but you can connect with nature in different ways, right? Just sitting out and being in the vicinity of green and animals and being able to ground yourself, especially for those of you who the weather has changed, walking outside barefoot, grounding yourself. You know what I mean? But with Wisdom Keeper here, some of you have family that have passed down gifts. Some of you have this deep knowing on the inside. Some of you have always known who you are. But right now, while you're going through different seasons, um, some of you right now, while you're going through different seasons and while things are changing, some of you lose your faith or you start to doubt. But I'm telling you, hold on and be strong because um, it will all work out. Give yourself some grace, okay? Give yourself some grace. We talk about strength all the time, but let's talk about compassion. Let's talk about empathy. Let's talk about some of those other things, okay? Let's see what else is coming out. We'll see what else we get here. But like I said, the seasons are changing. Your season is changing. You're just needing to ride that wave, as they say, okay? Activate your third eye, family, okay? And rewrite your subconscious. Rewrite your subconscious. So that's changing your thoughts, okay? Changing the way you perceive things, changing the way that you think about things, changing your negative self-talk, any kind of negative talk, tapping into your intuition more, okay? Connecting with nature, going by the water. Nature doesn't always mean being in the park or being in the woods. Sometimes you need to the go to the beach, go to a river, go to a lake, you know. But just pay attention to your intuition. A lot of you are spiritually gifted. Okay, a lot of you are holding back on your gifts. A lot of you are holding back on your gifts. And some of those gifts are talents and skills that you're choosing to hold back on. Anxiety, fear of the unknown, not knowing what you're going to walk into. You're needing to deal with that. Some of you are not getting the rest you need, but I'm seeing that a lot of you are going to be getting the rest you need. You're going to feel completely fulfilled. When this season changes, you're going to feel completely fulfilled. There's a lot of respect that you're going to get, a lot of support that you're going to receive, okay? From just allowing yourself to fall into you. And this new season is going to bring about different kind of change because you're going to be leading with love. Okay, you're going to be intentional about everything you do, every area of your life, whether that's your personal life, your home, your rest, how you're taking care of yourself, how you're pouring into yourself, how you're pouring into your children. Right now is the time to really lean into your intuition and lean into your gifts, especially as this season is changing. Okay, and for most of you, the reason why this season is changing is because you're deciding to bet on yourself. You're deciding to focus. Okay, and through focusing and betting on yourself, not only are you getting clearly, but Lord, you are being reborn. You are being reborn. You're shedding old skin. You're tapping back into your inner self, that childlike version of self. Okay, a lot of you are getting downloads, clear messages. Okay, clear messages. Make sure you're only taking in things that feed you spiritually. Make sure that you're only, hold on, this is my baby. Uh, you, uh, Hold on. Let me finish this. I'm about to go get on the swing. But some of you are literally being reborn. Okay? Some of you are being reborn. Some of you are on a mission also. Some of you are remembering what it is that you're called to do here, especially with your intuition in here. Some of you are divine. Some of you are connected to the water as well. But this new season for you is going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful because, like I said, everything that you're doing is intentional. Everything that you're doing is everything that you're doing in this season will awaken you. Okay, it will bring you closer to monetary gifts. It will bring you closer to abundance, financial abundance. And you know what? It's always like that, right? Like we go through this hardship and we go through these things and we learn. Like you gain so much wisdom. And don't get me wrong, it's not fun or easy when you're going through it, but that's the reality. Like how many times did you have to go and step on the ant nest to realize like, oh, the ants can actually come and bite me back? You learn. You learn from the mistakes to be made. You learn from these things. So right now, you are coming out of seasons that didn't necessarily go your way, and the beautiful thing about it is everything that you've gained is leading you to a more fulfilled life. Some of you have been unhappy for so long, and the beautiful thing about being unhappy is you can get to a point where you're like, well, you know what, I want to live for me. I want to be happy now. I want to live the life that I was always meant to live. I want to do the things that I always wanted to do. I'm unhappy at this job. I'm unhappy in this relationship. I'm unhappy with struggle, with my finances, with my bills. I'm unhappy. And see, when we go through these seasons, those seasons, right, they teach us and prepare us for the next season. And you realize that, oh, shoot, if I don't make a change, I'm going to continue to go through those same seasons, right? I'm going to go through the same cycle. So it's through the wisdom that you gain and through your intentionality in with your life that you're going to see this rebirth. Some of you are already going through that rebirth, right? But some of you are still in that rest phase where you're cocooning, right? You're like inside. You haven't completely broke your wings out yet. You haven't completely taken off yet, but it's coming. And in that cocoon phase, it may look dark. It may get dark. It may feel dark. And sometimes that can make us lose faith. But just hold on and know that you are almost there. Continue to do the internal work. Okay? Continue to do the internal work. The internal work, people say that, and it's like, well, what is internal work? Internal work is if you're not happy with your health and you're scared about something to do with your health, then let's look at ourselves. We can look at our environment too, absolutely, but let's look at ourselves. How can we contribute to a difference or a change or something better? Okay? Also, when we're talking about looking at ourselves, maybe we're struggling financially, and that might not always be our fault. We could have got let off, could have got fired, anything, but let's be realistic with ourselves. If our finances are not where we need them to be, if we're struggling, what can we do? How can we lean into gifts, some people are really good at drawing or just doing music. You can go and sit down somewhere and do some music, and next thing you know, somebody walks past you, or you're doing it on social media. Next thing you know, something is going viral. We have to stop limiting ourselves with our thinking. Be creative by leaning into the things that give you joy. Look at the things that are not going well in your life. If it's your relationships, sometimes it's because there needs to be work done within the relationship. But a lot of times it's like, well, why am I here dealing with this? What do I have going on internally that I'm still here? Okay? So the season that you are going through or that you have been through, and for some of you, it seemed like a long season of things not going your way. But let me tell you something. Through expressing yourself and tapping into the things that you love, you get to become your higher self. Sometimes expressing yourself means just communicating when you're not happy, communicating when somebody's being disrespectful or unfair at work, demanding your respect. And when you're not getting that respect, deciding to walk away from things that no longer serve you, regardless of what that is, habits, people, places, or things. Okay? Jobs, relationships, family. Some family we have to distance ourselves from. But whatever it is, family, I'm telling you, fall back into you. Some of you are really into sports. Okay? Some of you have things you used to do as a kid, and the type of things that you could just do for fun and for free. I mean, will love to just relax yourself. You're like, look, I'd rather be doing this right now. Those are the things that you have to start getting creative with and doing. Doing it and sharing your gifts with the world, harnessing your gifts. Okay? For some of you, it's talking. Some of y'all are funny. Some of y'all got stories, and some of y'all got things you've been through. Things that you've been through that weren't for you, but they were to help grow you and give you wisdom, and they were for you to share with the world so you can help somebody else tap into that version of themselves. Some of you have been through things, and you're meant to be a guide to help lead somebody else out of it. Okay? So express yourself. Express yourself, family. Express yourself by falling back into you. Do the things that were always meant for you. Okay? You are, oh man, and you know what's beautiful? You already doing the work. A lot of you already doing the internal work. It's your season. The seasons are changing. This is karma and generosity. You got some beautiful things on the way. That's abundance. Okay, you see the rainbow? I'm not like religious, but the rainbow is a sign of God's promise. Always has been. When you see the rainbow, you think of God's promise. Okay? There is a promise that has been made of your abundance, your fulfillment, your happiness, what you deserve, your birthright. Okay? This is good karma. This is good karma. Some of you may be seeing owl. That's good karma. Yin and yang, all in balance. Okay? Connecting with your roots. Stop blaming yourself. A lot of you were blaming yourself. You don't blame yourself. Accountability and blaming yourself is two different things, okay? Looking at yourself and saying, I got a spending problem, versus saying, oh, I shouldn't have did that, or why I do that, because that's not going to get you nowhere. What you blaming yourself for? What's done is done. What's in the past is in the past. What coulda, shoulda, woulda ain't doing you nothing for now, okay? So a lot of you were doing this, but you coming out of this. Okay, and if you haven't, I'm telling you now to stop doing that. Life is about to balance out for you. Life is about to balance out for you. You're about to explore different parts of yourself. Okay, I'm going to get one more message in and I'm going to wrap this up. But, family, your season is changing, okay? Hold on. You still in the cocoon. For some of you, you still in the cocoon, but them wings about to bust out, baby. I'm telling you. Don't give up while your wings growing. Okay, because you about to fly. It's about to be beautiful. I'm telling you. It's not winter all year long. The seasons always change. Demystifying the darkness. My shadow shows me where love needs to be sent. That's a beautiful way to wrap this up, okay? Because when we talk about the shadow, we're talking about everything beneath. We're talking about the things that everybody else don't always see. The parts of ourselves that need love. Like I gave the example earlier of finances. Some of us need love with our finances. Some of our parents and our family struggle. Some of us are going through struggle. So we have this relationship, this shadow relationship with money that we need to change, you know. But sometimes your shadow was something else. Sometimes it's looking like blaming yourself. Okay. Sometimes it's bad habits. But whenever you're noticing a consistent problem in your life, that's an area where you need to love on yourself. Okay? If it's you putting up with stuff that you shouldn't be putting up with, it's it's because you need to love on yourself. If it's struggle in any other area of life, that's something that, I mean, literally look at your life very literally. And any area that is not the way you want it to be, or the way it would be in a perfect world, if this was a perfect world, your dream life, any area that's lacking, that's the area that you need to focus on. That's it. That's it. That's all. It's no deeper than that. And that don't mean you need to beat yourself up about what's going on, but it means you need to love on yourself. Do some research. You know, I've fallen in love with learning about money. Okay, I didn't come from money, and it sure seemed like money wasn't always coming to me. But I'll tell you one thing: like, money changes its relationship with you when you change the way you look at it and deal with it. Okay, because you coming on to a turning point. You coming into a turning point. You see in this picture how it's like she's in the woods, and it's almost like she walking into another land, like Narnia or something. Like she walking out of this wooded closet and going into like a whole new land. It's beautiful. Okay? She's coming out of the darkness and going into the light. This is something beautiful, and it's an emphasis on this with the shadow side. That's baby girl. She's back. I'm about to go get on this swing with baby girl before she starts fussing at me. But here, I'm gonna just show this one. A lot of you are intuitive. Use your intuition. Okay? Trust yourself. Learn to trust yourself and trust how you feel and trust what it is that you want. Your happiness is here. Your happiness is here. Just hold on. You already there. Now let me go and go, or baby girl start fussing at me. All right, family. I'll see y'all next time.